Wow, that was a tricky clasp.
Thanks for the help. People are usually scared of me for some reason.
Why? Because you have a few tattoos? What's so scary about a flaming skull?
That's my Nana.
Aw, I love her cheekbones.
I hope you're not in a rush to get to court. This could take a while. Arlo has more jewelry than a pawn shop after Valentine's Day.
It's okay if I'm a little late. They can't start without me. I'm the judge.
Oh, you're the new night court judge. Well, let me be the first to introduce you to me. I'm your bailiff, Donna Gerganis. Everyone calls me Gergs.
Oh, so nice to meet you, Gergs. I'm Abby Stone. I just moved here from upstate.
Well, it's only fraud if she's not psychic.
Hold on. You want her to prove she's psychic?
Yeah, I don't know if we have
Well,
time.
you know what they say. There's always time for CPLR 4011, which allows judges broad discretion to regulate the conduct of the trial and is setting a proper decorum. Also, they gave me this fancy wooden hammer, so kind of get to do what I want. All right, Miss the Magnificent, let's see what you got.
You think you're better than this
Oh, hang on. I'm gonna need to hear the voice.
You think you are better than this place and are desperate to work at a big firm. Well, that's obvious. I'm not just gonna rot here like Paul.
I'd love to disagree, but this isn't how a 30-year-old man should look.
You took this job to minimize expectations, and you're in a hurry to leave, but have no place to go.
Okay, she might be magic.
What number am I thinking of?
All of them.
Get out of my head.
Okay, now me.
I'm sensing you are career-driven.
Because I'm young for a judge.
I'm seeing you are new to this place.
Because I was unsure of my clerk's name.
But as successful as you are unlucky in love.
Because I'm not wearing a ring. Which I took off to set you up. I'm very happily engaged. My fiancé is upstate and moving down soon.
Oh, you're going to fry.
Not quite. 50 hours of community service. Paul, you didn't put up much of a fight. I expected more. But, I see you trying harder, because I'm gonna keep pushing you, because I believe in you.
You were a great prosecutor. And I just noticed that you might be hitting a rough patch now that you're on the other side, and I was wondering if you might need any help in the transition.
Not necessary. I'm only here temporarily until you find someone to fill in permanently.
Okay, just hear me out. For a lot of people, coming through night court can be a major low point. And I just think if we show them some compassion, we have the opportunity to really turn their lives around. Who knows? One of your clients could be the next Bill Gates or Maya Angelou.
So the guy busted for stealing menthol cigarettes and beef jerky could be the next Maya Angelou.
You don't know what Maya got up to. I found a great place for your wedding. It's in the heart of Manhattan. It's an historical landmark, and it has so many security cameras, you can fire your videographer.
She's talking about here.
I'm talking about here.
Well, considering the wedding is tomorrow, what the hell choice do I have?
That's the quiet resignation I was hoping for. And the best part is, the place comes with an officiant who's never had the honor, but suspects it's a thing they were born to do.
She's talking about her.
I'm talking about me.
We have an officiant. I'd invite you as a guest, but we're still waiting on a couple of RSVPs.
Dan, are you seriously considering not going to Roz's wedding?
I'm seriously considering not going anywhere ever again.
Well, that's fine. I don't need him there drinking my booze and throwing rice way too hard.
Okay, since you're both closed-off weirdos, let me translate. Dan, Roz would like you to go to her wedding because you mean a lot to her. And Roz, Dan is afraid that he's gonna have feelings and people will see he's a person.
Way off.
Ridiculous.
But yeah, I guess I could stop by.
Having you there would be fine.
Well,
God, you closed-off weirdos are gonna make me cry. Everyone's really getting along. It's at my expense and I'm humiliated, but it's worth it.
yeah, nothing brings a family together like watching their weird aunt make out with a stranger they didn't know she was going to invite to Thanksgiving.
See what we have planned for Christmas. All right, no more being judge, Mr. Nice Judge. I'm charging you all with criminal trespassing. Technically, Olivia's charging you, so really she's the worst. But I'm still plenty bad.
Just a second, you tiny monster.
It's Mr. Fielding for the defense.
That's right. And I have secured an emergency permit to allow these young people to assemble.
Damn it! You found a way to let these dissenting voices be heard by working within the system. You and these fresh-faced future lawyers and judges have foiled me yet again!
Is this a play?
It's born like a play.
No, it's very funny and suspicious that you're against this when your signature's on it.
Is it? Wow. I signed so many things, because, you know, COG. Welcome, everyone, to Roz and Loretta Take Two. I know this wasn't your first choice of venue.
Or second. We almost converted to get a synagogue on Long Island.
But I think this place is very special. My dad always said 1,000,000 stories came in through these courtroom doors. And I personally think the best kind is a love story. Roz and Loretta, we are so incredibly lucky to be witnessing the official beginning of your love story here tonight.
Moving along, Stone. The DJ's on the clock.
By the power vested in me by the state of New York, I sentence you to eternity together. $50 fine and time served. Oh, sorry, reflex.
There's that smile. There's that casket. An angel's in it. Forever. Oh, I'm never gonna see him eat another donut.
It's happening. Catharsis. Let it out.
Pretty soon I'll be in that box. And so will you, and you, and then the dresses won't even matter. Because what? We're just gonna be worm meat.
Put it back. Put it back.
So this is what happens when a person who's never felt anything feels everything at once.
And after everything he has done for you, we gotta get him out of there.
Okay. Hi. I'm Olivia's friend from work. And you know, I met Angel once, so it's not weird at all that I'm up here. I think what Olivia's trying to say...
We're all just worm donuts!
That, life is hard. And if you find someone who can make it a little easier, that's pretty special. And you'll always have that. Not just with Angel, but with anyone who sees the good in you. So in closing, it's a wet one out there?
It's a wet one in here, too. Judge, if you think you can do this, I believe in you.
Wyatt, that's very sweet of you. But that's the last thing I need. My game was built on people not believing in me.
Abby, just know I'm here for you. I am behind you 0%.
He's on fire!
You suck!
He's on fire! Unbelievable! Your negativity made her stronger.
Hey, I just want to say, you owe me $5.
Olivia, I'm glad you're still here. There's something I want to ask you.
There's no time for that. I have a problem.
Yeah, well, tough turnips, because I'm looking out for #1, and nope, I'm already wondering what your thing is.
My boss, Jeff DeWitt, told me I'm gonna be fired unless I join his prosecution team against you. And the only thing worse than working at night court is getting fired from night court. I could end up like Kent, Abby. Kent.
Olivia, you will never end up like Kent. Who's Kent?
Kent is currently living on an 80-foot yacht because he won the lottery. But before that, he was in rough shape. Point is, I don't know what to do. Either I prosecute my friend, Lee, colleague, or I end up just another jobless loser addicted to scratch-off tickets, my fingertips stained with shame and weird silver dust. They say it was the dust that killed Kent's wife.
You have to do it. If you ended up a widower on an 80-foot yacht, I'd never forgive myself.
Thanks for understanding.
So, how is this cry for help going to get you the girls' Christmas list?
Virginia already thinks I'm an elf, so...
Because you love cookies and use a tiny hammer and work on a bench?
Hey, yeah, I guess I do have a lot of elf qualities.
Not to mention your height.
My height is completely average. I can show you studies. from the 1800s. Look, I know it's a long shot, but with a little bit of luck and a little bit of magic.
Ho, ho, ho! What are you doing?
It's just, Dan, do that again.
Do what again? Ho, ho, ho!
You're right. I don't need to be an elf to get her list because you're Santa. Virginia was with you when you met with her mom in the cafeteria.
Well, you don't think I'd remember a small child giving me a letter?
Not if the kid was nervous to give it to the big man himself, so she put it in his sack.
Sack? That is Corinthian letter.
Virginia's letter. Dan Fielding, you saved Christmas. In your fa-la-la-la-la, Virginia's here.
You are an elf! How else would you be best friends with Santa?
Oh, you think Santa and the elves are friends?
Santa, we have a special guest. We wouldn't want to spoil anything for her on the most magical night of the year.
Oh. Ho, ho, ho.
Until the year that Al didn't show because his new Italian chauffeur got lost. How'd I know that Al's chauffeur was Italian? A pizza mia.
Mamma mia.
So, thank you.
No, thank you, no, thank you.
Let me tell you a story about another bully I knew. That bully's name was my entire 6th grade basketball team, and also some of the parents. Whenever I went to shoot, they'd all yell, "No!" because they thought I'd miss.
In case it wasn't clear, I was the chauffeur in my story.
More on my story now. I spent that entire season on the bench, but I practiced every chance I got. And when it was time for the division finals, and half the team was out with mono because of a game of spin the bottle I was excluded from, they had no choice but to put me in. And when everyone shouted no, I made that shot. Turns out it was in the wrong basket, that's why they were shouting, but the point is, I don't back down.